What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today is going to be a special one, to say the least. We are down here in Mexico. I got my little nephew here with me, and if you can't tell, he's extremely excited. And I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video because this is going to be a movie.
We went on a cruise to Cozumel.
Hi, dog. Can you stand with your little leggies?
Oh yeah.
Stand up.
Oh.
Like a great donkey
Just
float
chilling.
in the pool, and he has a huge flow, and he's like ripped up. He's like 6 foot tall, and his wife's sitting there just like having.
So I don't know if any of you guys are like me, but when it comes to vacations, even though we don't spend a lot of times in the room, I have to have a very, very nice room. So check it out. Quick little room tour. We have the bathroom, which is actually pretty small. It's pretty funny. If I stand in here, like I'll show you real quick. If I stand in here, I can barely fit. And then when I sit down to take a shit, it's like my shoulders are almost touching the wall. But again, it's functional. That's what matters. We have a nice little walk-in shower here. Best kind of showers is when the water comes down from the top. Makes me feel like I'm in some kind of like cinematic movie. Absolutely love it. Nice little vanity setup. I've always loved open concepts, so the room just looks so much bigger. Nice little tub here. I never use tubs on vacation, but again, it's kind of nice to have. But overall, guys, look how massive this room is. It's absolutely ridiculous. So look at the stairs. I'm gonna take you guys up there in a brief second, but I wanted to highlight a few things. The nice setup of the bed and the open concept of the room. Now, a few things, guys. I'm a little bougie. At night, a little bit of tipsy. We come in, me and Megan, it's like 1 in the morning. We like to put on a nice little movie. The cool thing about this, you have like an access to your phone where you can link up like Netflix. You can get like Americanized dope ass shows. So that's something that is always kind of like we like to bring from home. Me and Megan always lay in bed late night and watch the movies. So it was really cool that they could do this here. And now for the beautiful aspect, right? We have a nice little balcony out here. That's where Megan currently is relaxing. But I wanted to show you guys the coolest aspect of this entire room. I've never been in a hotel / resort that had 2 stories. 2 stories, so check it out. Look how insane this is. But you guys haven't even seen the best part yet. Come here. You can't get much better than this. Your own infinity pool overlooking the ocean, the entire resort. I can tell you this much, man. We worked our ass off these past 2 months and reached heights that we could never imagine. It's little moments like this when you can sit back, relax, and just enjoy the sense of calmness. This is what it's all about. All right, guys, so we are currently 24 weeks out from the Olympia. Prep officially starts next week, but that does not mean we still don't need to pay our dues. We are having some fun, we're having some flexibility on vacation, but at the same time, we are in here with the man himself. The guy who's usually behind the camera is now gonna be in front of the camera just a little bit today. Not only that, we have one of our coaches on Team Reform, Chase. He's here. We're all gonna go through a chest workout, probably touch up a little bit of shoulders at the end. But today is gonna be one hell of a workout. So a lot of you guys may not know this. So I actually coach Juan as well. He's part of Team Reform. So today I wanna actually take him through a few different movements and show him how he should be feeling each movement and the intensity level that he needs to be putting forth so he can actually physically, raise his standard of himself when it comes to him training by himself. So today's gonna be one hell of a workout. I'm excited as hell. When it comes to training on vacation, there's a lot of things that I like to focus on, and one of them is actually not being in the gym forever. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that throughout the workout, but stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy this workout. So when it comes to training on vacation, there's a few things I like to focus on. I still like to go intense, man. I'm not somebody who can come into the gym and knowingly half-ass it, but what I like to do is actually change the style of intensity. I always like heavyweight high reps. But when it comes to training, again, in more of a vacational focused places or a place that's really more limited, one, keep in mind, your body is likely a little bit more sensitive and it can cause a little bit more injury. So you gotta be smart, right? You're training with equipment that you're not used to. And then focusing on minimizing the weight and upping the intensity through reps, through force negatives, through a multitude of different, variables. I think it's the smartest thing that you can do. So right now, we are still pushing it here with our first exercise. We're doing flies. It's a good vibe, man. We have good energy around and I'm feeling good right now. And like, I want to ride that momentum. And again, we are right around the corner from starting prep for the Olympia. So it's all gas and no brakes. Let's have some fun with this one. Regular pace. Yep. More. So it is no secret, guys, when it comes to training at a hotel-ish gym, the dumbbells don't go up heavy, but dumbbells are a lot of times, a staple in people's training. So the way we like to do it is try to find exercises where you can maximize output with lighter weight. So right now we're doing hex press. This is an amazing physique. So personally for me, struggling, area has always been my chest, but more specifically, the inner portion of my chest. I've never been able to get a good connection with it. So the way I like to maximize and try to just create some kind of, tension there is this exercise in itself. It's amazing. And the main focus pull here, you want to actually squeeze from the complete bottom of the movement all the way to the top. And when you're at the top, you want to hold for a quick second, squeeze it out before you release and hit your negative again. And then we're actually going into superset again, maximizing intensity with no weight. And this is a perfect representation of that because this is simply a push-up, but maximizing your full range of motion, if not more. So we're actually doing a deficit push-up here, something that I've been utilizing so much in my training over the last 4 months, especially in preparation to the Miami and New York Pro. And it's absolutely created a extremely well-rounded full chest for me, and it's been an absolute game changer. So I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but when it comes to vacation, guys, I'm not somebody who can necessarily just shut off all the responsibilities that I've had from back home. I still have a business to run, client check-ins to handle, a lot of moving parts that guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but when it comes to vlogging, I forgot how heavy cameras were, and my shoulder has been killing me. So I'm gonna have to rest this one there for this clip. But like I was saying, it's really hard for me just to necessarily shut off all the responsibilities from back home. But there are a few parameters that I like to put around, traveling and still being able to manage my responsibilities, but at the same time, maximize the experience on vacation. So one little thing that I like to do when it comes to training, just so I'm not in the gym forever, because I can definitely lose track of time and being here for 2 hours easily, I like to set a timer, 1 hour, so I can come in here, pick my 4 or 5 exercises, and maximize the hell out of those movements. Right now we're training chest, and like I told the guys, I was like, listen, 4 movements, let's get in here, bust it out, and then let's go get some food. Like, you know what I mean? So it's little things like setting parameters, making sure you're keeping accountable, because it's not just us on vacation, like we have loved ones, we have family. For example, say what's up, Meg. Like, she's literally here ready. I'm almost at my 4th movement, she's ready to get me out of here. But like I was saying, guys, when it comes to even work, I wake up early and I get my check-ins done as soon as possible. I send a group message out to my clients and say, hey, guys, if you can get your check-ins in a little bit earlier than normal, that'd be great, allowing me to have a little bit more flexibility and actually enjoy vacation, man. These last 2 months have been absolutely insane, man. We've reached heights in businesses that I never could imagine. We've reached goals quicker than I ever could have imagined. And this is a time for me to celebrate that, and it's important. And it's important for me to be in the moment, because a lot of times that I'm noticing, I'm not in the moment with a lot of these things, because I'm just on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. So again, we're still staying on track, we're still doing what we need to do, we're also trying to set a little bit of, let's say, parameters around some of the responsibilities we have so we can still maximize the full, fun here in Mexico. So one thing I may have neglected just a little bit since the Miami Muscle Beach is recovery. I've been working like a dog over these last handful of months, weeks, and it's safe to say that this massage is much needed. So right now I signed up for a 50-minute deep tissue massage. The coolest part about this, I got a chance to actually circle the specific areas that I wanted to be focused on. So I got my hamstrings, glutes, chest, and back. You would still think I have prep brain, but I'm eating good, so I'm just partially crazy. All right, guys, so now it's time for me to get touched by a man. So I will see you guys in a hot minute. All right, hold on. Damn.
No, taste it. Give it to
One
one.
more.
Have this. It's banana.
Cheers to a good
That's
time.
banana. Can I have one more right here? One more here? Dude, that's fire. That's banana. That's fire. That's banana.
So we are trying an espresso shot. Again, specialty tequilas. Amazing, like amazing. Everyone I've tried so far, it's mind-blowingly good. So
So good, right? Oh.
this is dangerous. You put this in your morning coffee.
Oh.
Wow, we're putting this in our coffee. That's our collab. This is electric. So Lindsay is currently negotiating whether she wants to pay $300 for the bottles, and he is negotiating $350. They couldn't agree on a price, so they're flipping a coin in front of everybody. This is absolutely insane. Lindsay is the best negotiator I have ever seen, and it's coming down to one flip. Let's go.
And Mickey Mouse.
You're Mickey Mouse.
I'm Mickey Mouse. If it's Mickey Mouse, I win, and it's gonna be 350.
Okay.
If it's a dog of Coco, it's gonna be 300.
Okay.
We're good?
We're good.
Take my hand.
Take. I got it.
Shit!
What are we gonna be? What are we?
Shit!
I won! Wait. Shake and then push on. Yes.
Yeah, injectables and gel. Oral. You cash or card?
I'd pay card.
Tarjeta.
$100, $100, $100.
175 bucks.
US?
Yes.
Okay. Said 100,
Yep.
175 bucks.
Yeah. With card.
These are better than state prices. This is nuts. So for those of you guys who do not know, anabolic steroids are actually legal here in Mexico. So I wanted to go in here and dive in and see exactly what the milligrams, just kind of how the whole setup was, because I didn't believe it, and now it took me to see it, and it's absolutely insane. And I had Juan here. He was my translator the whole time because I have no idea what they were saying. But it didn't seem like the prices matched up to what prices were back in the state. And maybe that is a representation of the fact that maybe prices in the state are, or at least the product in the state maybe isn't as good as pharmaceutical grade. So overall, pretty wild experience. It almost felt like partially awkward coming here and talking about it, but it's such a cultural norm here that it's like they're looking at me like I'm awkward being awkward. So it's crazy, man. They have things from DECA, testosterone, like just a crazy amount of things that you can never just go to the store and naturally just buy. Even HGH, so insane.
They were
dude.
sold out at HGH.
Dude, they were sold out. We went to 2 different pharmacies just to kind of get a better understanding of what was going on and kind of how it went about. Everything, like, it's sold out. Like, it's kind of crazy to think like how different, just literally an hour and a half plane ride from Tampa to here, the cultural differences. It's nuts. And just like that, the vlog and the vacation comes to an end. And one thing I can say, these last few days were muchly needed. The ability to disconnect and just feel a little bit more of a sense of normalcy. I feel in bodybuilding is very easy to be such in a routine to the point where that's all you know. But being here in Mexico, disconnecting, having no option but to eat off plan, to enjoy some freedom. Wi-Fi was not the best, so literally forced to disconnect. And looking back on it now, man, it was a breath of fresh air. And being down here with people who I care about, people I'm growing businesses with, people who I'm chasing dreams with, it's been absolutely insane. And I feel like every time me and Megan go on vacation, it's literally just us. So this is the first time that we're with friends and family, and it's crazy to think my friends are like my family now. You know what, you guys, I've been shooting a lot of content lately. We've been busting our ass on YouTube. You guys might have heard his name, but you guys really had to have an opportunity to like meet the man behind the camera. So I want to get this man in front of the camera, talk to you guys a little bit more about some of the things that we've been doing and some of the future plans that we have. But Juan, come here. You got to come here real quick. This man right here has single-handedly grown my perspective, not just content creation, but it's like when we first started together, I remember our first ever call, right? I was calling a few different videographers trying to get their vibe. I just moved down to Tampa and I was trying to figure out like a good fit. And at the time it sucked. I was so broke. And I remember calling him. I was like, listen, man, like all I could do is pay you X. And at the end of the day, looking back on it now, I say this all the time. I think like it was almost disrespectful what I told him. And I promised this man, if he stuck with me, he worked his ass off, I will help him grow just as I grow. And looking back on it now, it's been like a year and a half, right?
Year and a half, yeah.
A year and a half.
Almost
Looking back
exactly, yeah.
on it now, like we have been literally traveling everywhere together. We have been creating amazing content. And I remember like literally when we got off stage, it was just like one of the biggest bromance moments ever. And it's just special to see, you know, somebody who was willing to, you know, almost like invest in me before I was really doing anything. And I don't know, man, it's been one hell of a journey.
Dude, honestly, like that's the thing, you didn't like, it wasn't insulting or whatever, because like I couldn't commit to you the amount of hours that I knew you needed to. So you took a chance on me as much as I took a chance on you, because like, you know, like multiple times, I think we had like a rough patch the first 6 months where like our schedules wouldn't line up, we're canceling on each other. So it's like, I felt like I was not being there as much as I needed to be or wanted to be. So we both kind of like were patient with each other. I think that was the most important thing at the beginning. And now that we can fucking go like on vacation together, it's like, it's wild. The fact that
it's crazy to think that, dude. Like
literally
a year and a half ago to now, you would never expect how quickly our friendship has grown. And I literally consider this man like my best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
same.
It's crazy. If you hear us talking sometimes, like our fiancés, well, his wife, my fiance, hear us talk about like every like, little things, and they just look at us like we're little kids, like because we're so energetic and antsy about anything that we're talking about. And it's, I don't know, this man has just made me better, not only as a content creator, but made me better as a person. Like opened my eyes up to so many different realms, man. It's so cool to see it. And I don't know, man, I'm blessed to know this man. And
Same here.
I feel like some of the authenticity that we have naturally is just shown through camera. And because of that, you know, we're able to create content that's just raw, authentic, you know, fun, outgoing. And a lot of the stuff we're doing, it's almost as like I'm hanging out with my best friend and we're shooting content together and we don't know what we're going into. We don't have a plan, you know, we just...
That's the wildest part.
It's the craziest part. We just literally pick up a camera and we just shoot. And whatever happens, happens. And, you know, whatever has been happening has been what you guys have been enjoying. And it's been one fucking crazy journey, man.
I think as our friendship grew, we kind of like got rid of that layer of like camera guy and guy in front of the camera. So we were just kind of like ourselves, and that like opened up boundaries. And, like our content got so much better because we were just ourselves in front and behind the camera. So it just kind of like freed up space to get creative, to get more like express our creativity and stuff like that. So it just kind of like blew it up.
I think it's funny because like most people get nervous when someone else is behind the camera and recording them.
Yeah.
Right? But I think it was the opposite for me. Like I felt more awkward holding a camera by myself and recording myself, but I felt more natural when you were behind the camera because I felt like I was just talking to you. And I think that's a true representation of just like how comfortable we've gotten with each other.
Yeah.
And I think like, again, man, to me, I always said this, the first time I ever called him, I said, I want a relationship like Christian and Nabil. I always said that. And
like the perfect model of like a machine.
Yeah, it's just like work, but friendship and high standards, holding each other and getting each other, pushing each other to be better. And fast forward, this is exactly what I envisioned, if not more. So much so, this man has, again, like I mentioned, it's not just a friendship anymore, you know? He's on vacation with me. We're celebrating all of the victories that
Olympia.
The Olympia, bro.
Wow, it's when we went backstage and like, we made the fucking Olympia.
We
Like,
made it to the
I teared up a little bit. I was like, what is this? Is this real life?
All the major moments in my life that's happened over the past 2 months, and it's kind of crazy to sit back, a lot of major moments happened in my life in the past 2 months. This man has been there and present for it, and he's been able to experience that with me and grow with me in that moment, and it's been special. And another big moment I have coming up is my wedding, and there's a lot of variables that still need to be decided on, but I made a decision, and I didn't tell him this yet, so I want you to be in the wedding. I want you to be up there with me
for
that, man. That's going to be one of the most special moments for me.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%, bro.
I love you, man.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, that's wild.
It's crazy, man. And again, you never know. Like, find people who make you better. Find people who push you to be better. And go get it done, man.
Just get it done.
Surround yourself with people who you love, who you grow with, and it's gonna make you better. It's gonna make you better.
100%, man.
Fucking love you, dude.
Fucking get it, man. I love you, bro.
Just the beginning. Let's go.
Ooh. Oh, that's wild. You stuck that
But
on
I'm
me.
serious.